Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the New Mexico Lobos taking on the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Lobos will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Colorado State Rams offense will get the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
He makes the connection. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap.
Touchdown, Colorado State! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the New Mexico Lobos offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
From the gun, give on the inside. At the 35, he's loose. The expressway is wide open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He's going to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. They go to the draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Back to pass, it's Dampier. Right down the middle. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. You saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And he was able to get back on top of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
That makes the score Colorado State 7, New Mexico 3.
After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the Rams get enough for the 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Got a man. It's Horton. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
They knock him down right there.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down marker.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Wisconsin is currently trailing, but if this young star powers a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Allen Amici and Ron Dane among the greats to play in Madison. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Penn State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you could be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Got it in the middle. It's Horton. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll give it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Got his man downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Rams racing to the line in the hurry-up. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw it. He's right on target.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that's just a ball he has to catch. As a tight end, you know you're going to be working the middle of the field all game long. And when you have opportunities like that, man, you got to make them count.
And the Rams will move the sticks.
Nice job on this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Good timing on the quick out. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Got his man quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Got his man on the right. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one.
Acorn, 42 Spider, 4-2 Spider. Go!
Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And it's caught! Touchdown Rams!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to our team at sunny Lubick Field.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Snap it to the back. Dances away from one.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make him execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
To the air, it's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Lobos are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Henry. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And the Lobos will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got him downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll leave it with him. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Quarterback will audible. They'll keep it on the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. It's caught. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's another 1st down for the offense.
The give out of the gun. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Tackle is made at the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Colorado State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
New Mexico.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They want to throw it. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Baylor is getting its clock clean today. And that crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Breaks the tackle. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Got it.
The offense set for a first down play.
Slam.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit as he throws. Snagged on the outside, it's Johnson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Now with a red zone opportunity.
He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The Rams trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
Spider.
Grab behind the line. It's Horton. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, they've
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive and now in business near midfield at the 49. Catch in the middle, it's Pope. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards and they'll move the sticks. Globals moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Sweet feet on the move. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
On second down, looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sideline, it's Pope. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. DB's right up on the receivers. After the run, now to throw. He's got it on the move. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll throw on third and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On third down, going up top. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but the sweet blowing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Rams headed quickly to the line. Wide out in motion. Back to the air one more time. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. No huddle offense to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. He's got it. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Rams will have it first and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Rams have it with a first and goal. He's got his man. Touchdown, Colorado State. And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale.
He's loose. Touchdown Rams! And the stomping has commenced. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Caught over the middle. It's Horton. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Cricket.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.